Hello, dear ones. My name is Sarah Lustig, and I am a spiritual activator and a soul guide. And I'm so glad to have you here with me tonight. I'm going to be doing a new moon circle and intention setting. And so, as we begin, I'm just going to start by burning some Palo Santo and cleansing the space that we're in together tonight. I'm sorry if you can hear, there's suddenly a very loud helicopter outside my window. So that's kind of annoying. Hopefully it passes soon. But I'm burning some Palo Santo because it helps us cleanse the energy and cleanse the space. And so even if you're not in this space with me right now, you're still receiving the benefit just being on this live here now. And so being able to cleanse and clear anything that might be weighing heavy on your heart, cleansing and clearing the space from anything that might be weighing on your, just like weighing on you, weighing on your shoulders, like feeling heavy in your body. Being able to just cleanse and clear anything that might feel that way or anything that might feel kind of dense to you. Anything that you don't want to hold on to. One of the beautiful things about new moons is they help us focus on what we want to bring into our life, what we want to cultivate more of in our lives. Whereas full moons are much more about the things that we want to let go of. However, this new moon that we're having today actually happened at, I believe it was 6:48 in Eastern Standard this morning. So it happened early this morning. But this new moon is a new moon in Scorpio. And Scorpio is a water sign. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later and how we can kind of tie that into our new moon ritual or ceremony that we might create around these times and why it's important to do that. So this new moon is significant because it also aligns with a solar eclipse, and they're happening both today. So it's pretty intense energies right now. And so you might be feeling a lot of different things. I know myself, I have been struggling with a headache on and off the last about 35 hours or so. So I've been drinking lots and lots of water, lots of lemon water. I'm going to take a sip now. And it's really important if you are a highly sensitive woman to take care of yourself around these really intense energy times. They can bring about a lot of symptoms like headaches, like GI stuff or stomach stuff, feeling nausea or constipated. We can feel a lot of different feelings during this time. We can need to rest a lot more, but we can also feel kind of restless and like we want to be doing things and feeling like it's strange to not be doing anything, but really like this is a time to be able to rest. And solar eclipses in particular are times to be able to go inward and to be able to reflect. And we're already in the season of autumn and fall. And so those naturally are times that call us to go a little bit more inward and to slow down and to just be present with ourselves. And so knowing that Scorpio is a sign that represents death and rebirth. And this is a massive time of transformation. Being able to think about what in your own life is falling away in that death cycle and what is making space to be renewed or what wants to be birthed through during this time. Thinking about what parts of you want to burst forward during this time and letting go of some of the fear and doubt that has been there before. And so we're gonna do a little bit of a ritual today to help you cobble in some of those things. But before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about the difference between manifesting and alignment. And so I think that this is something that's really important to address because there's a lot of spiritual coaches out there, or a lot of spiritual practitioners out there who kind of send this message that you can manifest whatever you want, whenever you want. You just have to go inwards and, set the intentions and say the things, and then all of a sudden you will have these things in your life. And I think it's really important that we break that down and that we understand that that's not actually the way that manifesting works. That we cannot manifest anything that isn't in alignment for us to have in our lives. That we cannot manifest anything that is outside of alignment for our soul and our path and our purpose. And we want to be careful about this idea that like anything is possible, that we have to also do a lot of work to get to where we can manifest bigger things, where we've done the shadow work and we've done the inner work to make peace with our parts and make peace with our inner child, because our inner child tends to show up and try to sabotage when we are trying to manifest the things that we desire. And so for me, in my own life, I don't focus so much on manifesting or what I'm trying to manifest. New moons and full moons can often be times that people do focus on their manifestations, and there's nothing wrong with that, absolutely. Finding your own way to navigate that world and what resonates with you. But for me and myself, I focus more on what is in alignment for me. And at this point in my life, what do I feel like are things that I need to be calling in that would help me be more in alignment with my path? And so, for example, being able to call in more soul connections and being able to call in more community. And that's something that I'm doing. And there's someone who's in attendance right now who's part of that. And being able to call in and cultivate more of these connections in our lives based on what's going on currently in our lives and where we have needs and where we have desire, or where we feel like there are areas in our life that we want to be able to expand more. And so during new moons, I invite you to think about the things that you want to bring more into your life, but things that are actually in alignment. And being very honest with yourself. No need to shame yourself that you're not manifesting $500,000, $600,000 or something like that, but being realistic about what are the money beliefs that you might have in your life that are holding you back from being able to feel abundant now and being able to access abundance in your life now. And not always thinking that what we're manifesting is this thing outside of ourselves, but recognizing the things that we want and how we're already embodying those things and seeing how they're already present in our lives now. And so being able to just hold that perspective, and if that's helpful for you to think about what is in alignment for you versus this idea of manifesting or law of attraction for anything that you might possibly want. You know, oftentimes people want to manifest like their ideal partner, but they haven't been realistic about the work that they need to do on themselves to be ready to invite that person into their lives. And so that's just one example that we can think about, like what might be the ideal versus what might we be currently in alignment for in our lives, and what might be we be currently calling in based on what we're currently aligning with. And so just to think about your new moon rituals in that kind of perspective. So one of my favorite tools or resources to use when I'm doing new moon in particular manifestations is using bay leaves. And so I keep a little jar of these always fully stocked in my house. And what's fun about bay leaves is when you light them, we're going to light them on fire, but what's fun about them is when you light them on fire is they kind of sparkle, and it almost feels like a mini firework, if you will. And so bay leaves are beautiful earth medicine that can help us really ground in the things that we are trying to manifest, or the things that we are trying to call in or cultivate more of in our lives. And so, you know, one of the things that we want to always do is, you know, recognizing that these things that we're calling in, right? They start with an idea in our mind, or maybe like this kind of nudge of energy in our heart that says, you know what, I think I want more of this in my life, or I'm feeling like I need more of this in my life. And we start to pay attention to this little nudge. But what happens is we often forget to like ground it in and anchor it in. And that's where, you know, working with natural elements and inviting nature into our practices helps immediately bring that energy of grounding. And so we're bringing something from the mental, which is often reflected in the element of air, into the earth element. And so it helps just to add additional energy, additional kind of magic to our intentions and what we're trying to call in. So if you have bay leaves, I recommend getting some for this tonight. You can get bay leaves after this. You don't have to go run and get them right now if you don't have them. But being able to write whatever your intentions are on your bay leaf, and I have a couple of them here that I'm going to burn, And so writing what you would like to call in and writing what you would like to cultivate more of in your life, and then being able to safely burn these. And so I have a little container over here too. And so being able to, there's that little spark. Feels a little bit like a firework, and just adds that little bit of magic into our ritual. And being able to work with this element of, my lighter doesn't want to work anymore. There we go. Being able to work with the element of the flame and the fire, and being able to call that in. And so I will save my second bay leaf for later tonight. But being able to find your own process with this. If you don't have bay leaves, you can also write your intentions on paper. And you can burn that paper if you'd like, but you can also place that paper underneath your pillow with the crystal selenite. It's one of the best ones. And you can leave that there until the full moon comes. And so you can leave it from the new moon, in which you're calling in your manifestations, all the way through to the new moon, in which we're letting go of the old energy. And so allowing yourself to have that time, it's about 2 weeks in between, to really sit with your intentions and to really ground them in every day. And when you're going to sleep at night, thinking about your intentions that are folded up underneath your pillow, and being able to really call in and ground those intentions in, connecting to your heart space as you do this. It's one of the most powerful ways that we can draw in the things that we want to have more of in our life, is by connecting to our heart, by connecting to those things through our heart. Our heart is that portal that becomes magnetic when we are really lit up, when we are really in our joy and we are really shining bright. So being able to connect to that beautiful heart of yours when you are thinking about those intentions, and really focusing on how those things will add to your life, and how they will add to you feeling more joyful, and how they will add to you feeling more expansive, how they will add to you feeling more safe in your life, more safe to step out of your comfort zone, more safe to take risks and put yourself out there, and more opportunities to connect authentically with yourself, with the people that you have in your life, with your loved ones, with other peers, right? And so being able to, use these natural elements like bay leaves to pull these manifestations or these alignments in. Scorpio is a water sign, so it can be really, really powerful to consider the sign and the element associated with that sign each new moon. So for this new moon, it's in Scorpio. Being able to add a water element to our intentions and our manifestations. This might look like just simply putting a glass of water on your altar, or placing a glass of water outside for your ancestors. This might look like whispering intentions into your water for the things that you want to manifest. Maybe it's heart-centered connections with other people in your life, and being able to have really nourishing, soul-led connections, and being able to whisper that into your water. And then I also like to swirl mine and do a little tap on the bottom, and then take a sip of that, and being able to really bring and pull those intentions into your body. And as you do that, really connecting with how, bringing that water into your belly and really allowing it to fill your whole body, allowing your whole body to resonate with these intentions that you're wanting to cultivate and call into your life. And so working with that element of water during this Scorpio new moon can be really powerful for that reason. It can also be really beautiful to work with this for yourself and to go, beautiful, I love that, to take a bath or to take a shower and to really add an element of intention in there. And so when you are in the bath or the shower, really connecting with the spirit of the water and having gratitude with the spirit of the water, being able to ask that water to cleanse and wash away anything that might be getting in the way of you being able to call these intentions into your life, of you being able to cultivate more of these desires into your life, and being able to connect to the water and thanking the water for helping you purify and call in and invite in more of these kinds of experiences or people or opportunities that you want to bring in more of your life. Maybe you want to travel more. So calling on the water and asking even for the water to show you Where should you travel? Like, what bodies of water might you want to connect to? Because water is really, really healing. And so when we work with the energy of water, especially because we are made up, our bodies, of 70% water, it's really, really powerful. And so again, like with that bay leaf, grounding it in, using that water element to really ground in these intentions and allow them to be in our whole body, in our whole energy space, and all around our aura, right? Completely lighting us up in this way. Being able to connect deeply to what your heartfelt intentions are, right? Of course, we all want to manifest abundance, right? Like, everybody wants that. And it's really easy. But what does that really mean for you in your life? And being really specific about it. And it can help if you know your human design. Like for me, I'm a specific manifester. And so getting really, really detailed about the things that I want to manifest is really helpful for me instead of keeping it more general or broad. And so really thinking about like, not just I want to manifest abundance, but like what would abundance really give me in my life? Or what does abundance really mean? Often people think abundance means money and financial success. And it might be, that's one form of abundance. But abundance might also be like abundance of time, that you have the freedom of your time to be able to work when you want to work, and take breaks when you want to take breaks, and go travel when you want to go travel, and spend time with friends when you want to spend time with friends, without feeling shame for not doing one of the other more, right? And just being able to have the freedom to come and go as you please. That's beautiful abundance too. Or the ability to travel and visit people whenever you want, right? So yes, abundance might be more financial security, but it might be more nuanced than that. And it might be, abundance is really about feeling more safe and secure in my life. What might be other things that I need to help create this foundation of safety and security in my life so that abundance feels safer to be a part of my life and to be a more consistent part of my life, or financial success, whatever it may be. And so I want to take a little moment now to be able to guide you through connecting with what your heartfelt intentions are. And so if wherever you are, it's possible to be able to close your eyes now and just connect more deeply inward, then I invite you to do so. If it's not safe to do so, if you're with other people or it's just not the right environment, then it might be a good time to kind of exit out now and catch the replay when you have an opportunity to. But if you are here and present and you're able to, being able to close your eyes and go inward, being able to connect deeply to your breath. Just notice what your breath is like. You don't have to change it. But just noticing where it is and what it feels like. Noticing where there might be any tension in your body, and allowing yourself to relax. It might help to just stretch a little bit, move your body in any way that might feel good to you. And as you breathe in, imagine breathing in a color that represents calm to you. Breathing this color in and letting it fill you completely. And as you breathe out, breathing out anything that might feel heavy, any thoughts that might be weighing on you. And on your next breath in, bringing your awareness to your heart center, to the center of your chest, connecting to this beautiful, beautiful space that represents your emotional world, represents a unique intelligence that you have, helps you access different parts of your intuition, and being able to have gratitude for this beautiful heart of yours. And asking this heart, what is it you truly desire right now? And just seeing what answer might come. For those who are just joining, we're just doing a little guided meditation to connect with our heart. Asking your heart what might feel most pleasurable to have more of in my life. Asking your heart what might feel powerful to have in our life right now. Asking your heart what, if anything, might be missing from our heart right now. And just allowing your heart to answer, or just asking the questions, and maybe the answers will come later. Sometimes our heart likes to speak to us slowly, trickling messages in. Sometimes those messages like to show up in dreams. So just noticing what might come to you over the next few days. What ideas about what you might desire. What ideas about what you might want more of in your life. What things light you up over the next couple of days. And how can you create more experiences of those in your life? Having more of what truly lights you up in your life. Filling your days with the things that light you up. The food that lights you up. The drinks that light you up. The friends, the people, the music, the movies that light you up. The social media content that lights you up, right? Unfollowing the people that drag you down, that make you feel worried about yourself or how you're coming across, or make you second guess yourself, right? Letting go of those and coming back to the heart. Coming back to grace and compassion for yourself and anything you might be holding on to that's getting in the way of you being able to align with the things that you are meant to have in your life, and not shaming yourself for any of those. Being really kind. And so taking some time tonight to really write down with intention specifically the things that you want to create more of in your life, the things that you want to have more in your life, the kinds of people you want to have more of in your life, the kinds of connections, the kinds of opportunities. Maybe you want to make a change with your career, but you're not sure what that is. And so thinking about not necessarily the specifics of that career, but maybe I want a job in which I'm working with other people and I'm partnering with other people and we're using different skills and qualities together. I want a job where there's collaboration and people really support each other and people really benefit from working from each other. I want a job that I can really learn and grow and evolve, right? And so that's getting specific, with also not being too specific about what it is, right? And that's one of the ways that we can also get in the way of the things that we might want to manifest or align with, is getting too specific and not allowing the universe to surprise us, and not allowing the universe to guide us, and not allowing the universe to show us what could be good for us. Because oftentimes when we are trying to manifest too, we're manifesting from a place of fear. We're manifesting from a place of scarcity or not good enough, of like, I want this, but I don't really think that I deserve it, or I'm not really sure if I deserve it. And so when we're manifesting or trying to from that place, it's sending the universe really mixed signals, and it's unclear of what it is that we really want. And so being able to focus more on alignment and being really clear about what you want to be more in alignment with. So let's say you want to be more in alignment with joy. And so you might say, Spirit within me, activate more opportunities to experience joy within me. And that's one way that we can deeply align with this experience of joy. Or Spirit within me, activate that that has clarity around this new career path that I want to pursue, or activate that within me that knows what steps to take in this relationship, or knows how to approach this person around this conversation, right? And so turning within and always coming back to the voice that is within you, the intuition that is within you, the answers and the wisdom that is within you to help guide you, and not always externalizing and looking for that guidance outside of yourself. I can teach you and I can hold space for you, but ultimately it's about your life and your expression of what is right for you and finding your way and navigating. And so what I often like to tell my clients is like, I will give you lots and lots and lots of tools, and then we start to narrow them down to like what actually works for you, because we're all unique, and the way that we manifest or the way that we align with the things in our life is going to be different and unique to us. And so thinking about too, like what's your astrological sign? Like I'm an Aquarius, so I'm an air sign. So being able to use air as that quality to help cultivate and call things in, like using Palo Santo, or like using bay leaves and being able to burn that and again bring that into the air. Those are really powerful ways for me to manifest because I'm an air sign. But playing with yours, whether you're a fire sign or a water sign, right? Being able to play with those elements and work with them to be able to call in the things that you want to manifest more of in your life, or the things that you want to cultivate more of. And so I hope this circle tonight was helpful. I hope that you got some beautiful different tools and techniques to be able to help you ground in your intentions even more and connect even more deeply to this time. I love being able to connect to the cycles of the new moon and the full moon because, as I said, they offer us an opportunity each month to let go and to call in. And it allows us to reflect on the cycles that are showing up in our own life, in our own astrological chart, and the things that are happening and unfolding for us. And have these times twice a month that we can slow down, that we can really reflect back on the last couple of weeks and think about what we've experienced and what has gone well for us and what has been challenging and what are the things that we learned from those challenges and how we can really integrate the wisdom of those things in so that they become medicine for us instead of hurdles or obstacles in our path, right? And so being able to take what you resonate with in this video and being able to leave anything else behind. If you're interested in learning more ways to work with me, please follow the link in my bio. There's lots of information there, including my journal, in which has tons of articles to be able to help guide you on your spiritual awakening. Thank you so much for everyone who joined, and I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful new moon and a solar eclipse. I'll see you soon.